This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Friday, the 23rd day of November in the year 2018. Here's what we're tracking tonight. Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu today made it clear that the opposition's motion of no confidence against the government has nowhere to go. He said it will be defeated in the National Assembly whenever it comes up. In a statement released on Facebook this afternoon, the Prime Minister lashed out at the opposition party over the move.
I believe that the opposition feels quite wrongly that the recent local government elections has passed a judgment on the government, that it was some referendum on the government, which is, of course, not only trying to falsify the notion of local government elections, but to use it in an opportunistic way to gain an advantage that it could, in fact, move a motion against the government.
Mr. Nagamutu said the PPP will have to wait until the budget presentation and debate and passage before the motion makes its way into the National Assembly.
The no confidence motion would not be considered until after the debate of the national budget that is coming on Monday, as well as the estimates. In my calculation, that could be after the 15th or 16th of December, or perhaps later. And I believe that we need to address why is it that the opposition feels that this motion should come on for discussion before all other matters, including the national budget.
The clerk of the National Assembly recently made it clear that the no-confidence motion's date will have to be set by the government. The opposition has listed a number of issues why it has no confidence in the government. It claims broken promises and corruption are among those issues. More news coming up in just a moment.
Christmas big, plus size big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, Christmas big, plus size big things big, we gone big, yeah. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas, yeah. We giving you, yeah. We giving you. It's GTT Christmas, Merry plus size Christmas.
Ho ho ho! It's the GTT plus size Christmas. There's always more to love with GTT. Terms and conditions apply. See gtt.co.gy for details.
This Christmas, get a loan for your dream car with an extended repayment term. Spruce up your home with that renovation you always wanted and take advantage of low or no down payment. Get new appliances so you can cook up a storm. You'll get same-day approval. Plus, you can win a getaway to a destination of your choice. Visit RepublicGuyana.com today to find out how.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Get ready to ride it, ready to ride it, ride the wave. Open up the new vibe, drink up the boldness inside. Radical and fresh and wild, catch the wave now. Ride bold, ride fresh, ride strong, come on, ride the wave. Taste the action, satisfaction, perfection. Wave.
Ride the new wave of excitement sweeping Guyana. Wave Pale Ale, a premium, full-bodied, strong and refreshing alcoholic brew. Crafted to perfection for a bold, young, radical you. Don't settle for anything less. Catch a Wave Pale Ale and ride it today.
Wave Pale Ale.
Crafted to perfection.
Welcome back. The University of Guyana Senior Staff Association and the University of Guyana Workers Union have both rejected the salary increases being put forward by the university's administration. At a press conference this morning, the president of the UGSSA, Jewel Thomas, said there should be no imposition of increases where unions exist and where negotiations could take place. She said the 3% and 4% increases being pushed by the UG administration is nothing more than insulting.
It is completely contrary to the principles of labor relations to impose an increase where trade unions exist and negotiations are possible. The percentages named are also insulting to staff. Moreover, the university's unions have been trying to negotiate wages and salaries with the university's administration since January of this year.
The union has been putting forward its own concerns while the university administration has been doing the same. The two sides have not met since February.
These are priorities for staff, and we believed that they were relatively, and we still believe that they are relatively straightforward to discuss.
The unions have since written to the university's pro-chancellor, and the issue is expected to be put before the full university council. The unions maintain that they will not allow the university to force the workers to accept an increase that there was no negotiation for. Let's tell you now that in commemoration of CARICOM's 16 days of activism to stop gender-based violence and in observance of the 30th World AIDS Day, the Pan-Caribbean Partnership Against HIV and AIDS and the gender-based unit at CARICOM are set to work together to end gender-based violence, which is said to be linked to some cases of HIV and AIDS. Speaking at the launching of the collaboration, Director of PANCAP, Derek Springer, noted that the 1990 target of the UN aid must become a reality.
It is also important for us to truly acknowledge this year's World AIDS Day theme, Know Your Status, Know Your HIV Status, because it provides those who will find out that they're HIV negative, and most people do. It provides them with an opportunity to assess their risk and their vulnerability to HIV.
Mr. Springer said there must be more work done and more collaborations to tackle the issue of gender-based violence across the region.
As we seek to collaborate, that is HIV and gender, we do so with a recognition that gender is a very critical component of our response to HIV.
There is an estimated 310,000 people living in the Caribbean with HIV, and more than 54,000 of them know their status. The Caribbean has seen a 23% decline in HIV cases since 2010. Jamaica, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic have recorded the highest number of HIV cases in the region. During the 16 days of activism and commemoration of World AIDS Day on the 1st of December, the two bodies will be working to raise more awareness. Turning our attention now to the courts, former Attorney General Anil Nandlal will now have to lead his defense in court in the law books larceny matter. His no-case submission was rejected today by Magistrate Fabio Azor, who ruled that the prima facie case had been made out against him and he is now required to put up a defense. Mr. Nandlal is facing larceny charges in relation to $2 million worth of law books that were reportedly bought for the Attorney General's chambers when he served as Attorney General under the last government. The case is likely to come up on January 6th, and at that time, former President Donald Ramotar will be expected to take the stand to face questioning about the purchase of the law books and an alleged agreement that he had reached with Nandlal on the matter. Back in 2017, Mr. Nandlal was questioned by the Special Organized Crime Unit about the theft of the law books, which the unit says are the property of the state. Mr. Nandlal has maintained that he was given permission by the former President Donald Ramotar to take the books as a condition of his employment under the last government. He further said that when he was contacted for the job of Attorney General, he asked that the government took over the cost of his personal subscription to the annual releases of the law books. However, it was noted that the books were bought over the 3-year period using state funds and therefore are the property of the state. It is alleged that Nandlal took the books with him when his party was booted out of government. And finally tonight, the 37-year-old Pomeroon farmer who was busted after more than 4 pounds of cocaine was found at his premises has been remanded to jail. The farmer, Wayne Correa, was arrested earlier this week when the police carried out an operation at his farm and discovered the illegal drugs. He was immediately arrested. In court yesterday, the case was presented that he had the cocaine in his possession for the purpose of trafficking. The 4 pounds of cocaine was found stashed in a wooden box in a storeroom in the premises. He was represented by attorney Stanley Moore, who was unable to convince a magistrate to grant him bail. The farmer has been remanded to jail until December 20th, when the case will continue. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.